MMA Boxing Talk here. This is a video about the sparring footage Cody Garbrandt released today of him knocking out TJ Dillashaw, or at least knocking Dillashaw down. It's an infamous video that Team Alpha Male and Cody Garbrandt have talked about and adamantly have said that this was a real video. They really had the footage and they would release it if the time were to come, and the right time would come, I should say, and obviously they feel like it's now to release it. Of course, they're going to release it on Fight Week, just to add to the drama. But I wouldn't look too much into it. It is an old footage. It's probably 3 or 4 years old. I'm guessing probably from 2013 or 2014, and it is what it is. But you could tell Cody, I don't think, knocked him out cold in the sparring footage. But also, if it was a real fight, Dillashaw was out of it enough where Cody would have easily got the TKO finish after dropping Dillashaw. It looked that way, but it is what it is. It really doesn't change my prediction on this fight. I'm still the same way. I still am picking Cody Garbrandt. I'm as confident as ever in Garbrandt. It's not like I've seen the sparring footage and now I'm more confident in Garbrandt. No, it just pretty well solidifies what I thought, basically. And the whole time I always bought into it, and I believed that Garbrandt really did knock out Dillashaw in sparring, and it was something that I think Dillashaw never really talked about a whole lot after it first got brought up, but obviously denied it originally, but never really seemed to argue it too much, and for good reason, because it was true. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's still going to be a great fight. Obviously, this just adds to the drama. Maybe they'll get a few more pay-per-view buys if some random casual ends up seeing this on SportsCenter or on Instagram somewhere and wants to buy the pay-per-view. I'm not sure, but it definitely makes it more interesting for the casual, or the hardcore fans, I should say. Um, yeah, I'm definitely still picking Cody Garbrandt to win this fight. I'm still as confident as ever. I think he will win. I think he is going to stop TJ. Um, and I mean, the fight could go to the decision, but I truly believe that Cody's going to stop TJ probably in the third or fourth round. Um, I just think that it's the way I'm a vision, like I could picture TJ fighting smart, um, trying to take less damage as possible, fighting from the outside. Um, and I don't think that's going to be enough for him to win a decision. TJ really has to mix it up, be aggressive, but also be smart. He wants to trade in the pocket, but not for very long, because you don't want to spend any amount of time in the pocket with Cody Garbrandt, But he's going to have to, um, if he really wants to win a decision, because I just don't see Dillashaw being on the outside, striking at distance, at range, outpointing him at range. I don't see that being enough to win a decision over Garbrandt. I feel that he's going to have to get some takedowns, maybe go for some submission attempts, um, maybe get in close in the clinch, work some knees and elbows. I'm not really sure, but he definitely can't just strike from range, from distance. That's not going to be enough to beat Garbrandt, because Garbrandt, we saw it in the Cruz fight. He really, he relies and has a lot of belief in his power. And when you have that belief in your power, that confidence in your knockout power, it's one of those things where you're not really in a rush. Plus, he's the champ. So, if we seen with Tyron Woodley, you can barely squeak out a win and you're still going to hold your title. So, and Garbrandt doesn't seem the type to do something like that and just want to squeak out a win. He's going to always want to look for the knockout. It feels that way. But, I mean, I just think I really favor Garbrandt in this fight. Dillashaw, I feel there's a little bit more pressure on him. That he needs to win this. This is his opportunity. I mean, that was one sparring footage. You know, maybe Dillashaw got the best of Garbrandt. In their other, I'm sure they sparred a lot. So maybe it was, Dillashaw got the best of Cody in a lot of other occasions. But I think that Garbrandt is just kind of a bad matchup for TJ. Because yes, TJ has some stoppages, but I mean, when you look at their knockout percentage, it's not even close. Like Garbrandt has, I think 11 wins and 9 knockouts, so that's a pretty high KO ratio. Um, that's like an 82% knockout ratio, where Dillashaw is quite a bit less. Yes, he does strike more. He lands more punches per minute, a lot higher volume striker, but unless he really lands a head kick, I don't see him really hurting Garbrandt a whole lot. Garbrandt seems to have a good chin. He's a good boxer. He rolls. He does. He's there to be hit, but he also can be evasive and slick and roll with punches as well. But like I said, TJ's not really a finisher. Dillashaw's never really been known as a finisher either. I know he did have like a streak where I think he stopped 3 guys in a row, and one of them was to win his title, and 2 of them were to defend his title when he first came on the scene. So it seemed like he had power. He was a real knockout guy, but it was a flat-footed Barao who was a plotter who wasn't really who's very predictable, and then Joe Soto, who really never should have been fighting TJ. That was like a last-minute replacement, so TJ stopped him. But other than that, he does get a lot of decisions. I want to see what his knockout ratio is here. Yeah, so he's got 14 wins, and 6 of them are knockouts. Yeah, so Garbrandt basically has twice as much knockout percentage as Dillashaw. Garbrandt's knockout percentage is 82%, and Dillashaw's is 43%. So big difference. And when you get to that high level of well-rounded fighters like Garbrandt and Dillashaw, that power, that knockout power, that fight-altering power, that makes a big difference in a fight like this. And I think it will be the decision factor in this fight. Plus, Garbrandt has 100% takedown defense, so he's never been taken down. If Dillashaw gets him down, I don't think he'll be able to. Garbrandt is very powerful. He's got explosive hips. He's not going to be able to keep Garbrandt on the ground, and that's if he can take him down. I'm not really sold that Dillashaw is going to be able to take Garbrandt down. I think I don't know who's stronger. I would say it's about even, but I don't know if Dillashaw is going to be able to take him down. And if it stays standing with that power that Cody has, with the superior boxing, you definitely have to look out for the leg kicks. And it's not an easy fight for Garbrandt by any means, because TJ's got great footwork. He's definitely a smart fighter. He switches his stances. A lot of volume, high volume, like I said. So he's a handful to deal with. But I think Garbrandt's going to keep him very honest with that power he's got. He's going to keep him honest, and I feel that when he does find his chin, TJ's going to be in some serious trouble, or at the very least he'll be fighting in a defensive shell, and he's not, like I said from the get-go, he's not going to beat Garbrandt off his back foot, especially not if he's timid and scared. So that's why I got to go with Garbrandt. It could very well be a decision, but I'm going with Garbrandt to win a 3rd round TKO. I think my first prediction video I put out, I said a 3rd or 4th, but went with 4th round. But now I'm changing it. It's going to be a 3rd round TKO win by Cody Garbrandt. That's my final prediction. The reason why I made this video is obviously because the knockout footage had just been released, so I had to make a little statement about that. But that's it for this one. If you like the video, subscribe. Check me out on Twitter at MMABoxingTalk1. Peace.